Our very first centre was in London, and since that time we have centres throughout the UK, and we also have centres in Europe and here in Malaysia and Singapore, also in Australia. Now, it's been a very interesting journey, because if you had met me a few years ago, you would have seen a person who's so shy. I would have sat here and shaken like a leaf. The clinical hypnotherapy, I find, is a very wonderful thing, really.
My name is Peter, and I'm a professor at a university in Singapore, and I've been teaching in universities for quite a few years now. So when I was doing my PhD, I was having a problem actually trying to finish my PhD. And somebody said, why don't you go and see this hypnotherapist? So I thought, why not? I may as well try it. It actually worked. Within 2 weeks or so, I submitted my PhD.
My first encounter with hypnosis was actually way back during the first year when LCCH was established in Malaysia. LCCH had a one-day seminar on hypnosis in collaboration with the annual scientific meeting. So I attended that meeting, and that was where I was fascinated with the experience of hypnosis.
The power of the mind has always interested me. I saw a very, very small clipping in the newspaper. So when I called that number, I wasn't disappointed. I was introduced to clinical hypnosis by the principal, Ms. Sheila Menon, and since then I haven't really looked back. Everything I looked for and wanted to understand about the mind, I found in this course given by LCCH in clinical hypnosis.
I think a lot of healing job is dealing with mind. Okay, so I found hypnotherapy is something that very targeted, straightforward and systematic.
That's why it brought me here, because the clinical hypnosis allow me to understand better about how this software of our human, the program that we have inside us, that's where actually matter more and have even a stronger impact on how a person is able to live their life and also deal with their symptoms, the clinical conditions.
As medical practitioners, general medical practitioners largely deal with bodily illnesses. But along the way, the patients that we see require much more than just bodily attention. For health and happiness, it's just not merely seeking bodily treatment. It actually involves much more than that, and the mind plays a big role in the health of a person.
Especially for teenagers or youngsters, it's quite difficult for them to just cool down, just talk to you. So using hypnosis is very useful, because there's a lot you can utilize a lot of kind of metaphor, it's a lot of this kind of techniques, so that easy to enter the patient's world.
As a psychiatrist, we treat patients with a lot of psychological problems. So clinical hypnosis is one of the tools to treat psychological problem. Yeah, that's why I subspecialize in this field. Okay, and also I've learned cognitive behavior therapy. So with these two very important tools, psychological treatment, I can manage my patient well.
No doubt. I mean, you are still going to see a doctor. Doctor will give you medicine and help you. But certain thing, I find that we can improve ourselves in terms of the quality of your life. You may be sick, but then you can still move forward.
We can program our mind towards certain thing to achieve something with better results, and also I always stay very calm.
All our lecturers who come into the classroom are practicing clinical hypnotherapists. And what that means is our students don't just get exposed to good quality teaching, they get exposed to people who are working with real patients, everyday patients, and there's a huge amount of sharing that goes on.
We want the trainer who are able to have the real clinical experience where they're able to share not only about what is being taught in the textbook, but also their own personal experience.
If I were to describe this course, I would say it's life-changing.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
Super.